Everybody. So, if you want to make your driver's lessons studies very easy, these are the steps you need to take. 3 steps that are very important that you need to take. The first one is to break down the grammatical words. The only thing that is difficult in learning this patente B is the grammatical words. Once you can break that down to English, or rather whatever language you speak better, you can actually make it easier. Another step you need to take is to be very consistent. I remember when I used to learn patente B, if I study 2 days and I don't study for another 2 days, I will forget what I have learned 2 days prior, right? So I noticed I had to be consistent, like I had to be doing it every blessed day to be good at it. So that period that I was learning, there was a time I was mourning, like I was in a very bad place, and for some days I wasn't learning anything. When I came back, when I resumed studies, it was as if I had to start afresh. So please, if you're learning patente B, you need to be very consistent. Another thing that is very important is when you eventually pass your theory, if you don't have a lot of money to pay driving school for your driving lessons, especially if you don't know how to drive, I will suggest you look for someone that has patente, that has a driver's license for more than 10 years. With that and your what is it called now? Folio Rosa, something like that. The one they give you before they give you the driver's license. You can, if you have someone like that, that is your friend, you could beg them to teach you. Otherwise, you can pay them lesser than you would pay like the driving school to teach you how to drive. So for me, for example, I was paying €50 per hour for the driving lessons I did with the driving school, while the guy that was teaching me, that has his license over 10 years, I was paying the guy €30 per hour. I think the guy collected €30 because, first of all, I don't know him like that. It was based on, it was referred to me from a colleague. Usually I don't think they charge that much, but I mean, as at the time, I did not mind paying because I really wanted to just practice more. So with the auto scholar that I got mine from, I did like 30 drives. For me, I don't think 30 drives would have been enough because it was like I've never driven before and I was already in my late 20s. You know how the phobia probably would, like, you would think, okay, I'm too grown, you've had phobia all the years, thinking that you can't drive and everything, and I needed to overcome that, so I needed to drive more. So with the guy I was paying €30 per hour, I did about 14-15 drives. So now 30 plus 15, assuming, I think 15 or more, I can't remember, but let's just say 15 drives, that's like 40 something. So when I had that on my belt, I know I was ready for my exam. The reason you need to get someone that already have a license for over 10 years to teach you is because if you rely only on the driving school to learn how to drive, you might not, I mean, depend on your pocket. For someone who does 9 to 5 that earns like 1,002 monthly, I don't think your budget will be enough to pay auto scholar for 30 to 40 drives that you might need to pass your exam. Because I did my exam and I passed the first time, both my exams actually. The reason I knew I was going to pass was because I did a lot of drives. I knew what I was doing. I was not afraid. The confidence was there. The only thing was I wasn't used to the car that I was driving with because, I mean, I was kind of used to the car because I was learning with that car. But you get what I mean. You can't be perfect, but to an extent, you know what you're doing. I hear some people don't know how to drive, but they want to do 6 drive, 10 drives. Guy, don't do that. If you try it, you will first of all not pass your exam, because you won't know the fuck, you won't know what you're doing. And secondly, it will be like the school will know that you're just greedy, you don't want to spend money. And sometimes they even want to deliberately pass you because you've spent a lot of money. Okay, they want to be like, oh, this person don't spend money, don't try, make you come they go, So I would say the first thing you should do is have money. If you're doing your theory, then start saving for your practical, because there's a high chance that the first time you do your theory exam, you will pass. So if you've been learning like 3 months prior, and okay, you're ready for your exam, and your time frame is around 4 months, okay, you can do this in 4 months, then start saving money for your practical now, so that in 4 months you've saved enough. If you can save like 2,000 euro and say, okay, you might not spend 2,000 euro, but you have 2,000 euro, to pay for your practical. Like, don't just give it to them. You can be paying weekly. Maybe you just say, okay, this week I want to do 4 drives in Auto Scholar. You pay them for that week. That's like 200 euro. So you can work with them like that for like 3 months. Mine was, I think, 3 months. And there was even times where they had to give me discount. Fear is legit. I can relate to it. It's normal to be scared of anything that you've not done before. But let me tell you something that is very simple. Driving is just paying attention to the road. Driving is letting your problems go. Like, apart from having the skills of driving, the most important thing is driving with a free mind. Like, don't be overthinking, don't be depressed, don't be crying, don't be like, having all these issues and hit the road, because there's a high chance that you might go hit someone. So apart from that, I don't think there's anything to be afraid of. Pay attention, always stop for pedestrians, like when you see someone coming, even if they are with bicycles. And another thing that you should do as a driver is, if you have a bicycle in your front, like the person is in the middle of the road, because I've seen cases like that. The person is in the middle of the road, knowing full well that that's like where cars are supposed to follow, and they are riding so slow. Except you have enough space to overtake them, do not. Just drive slowly. I don't care how fast you are trying to get to where you're going to. You just have to drive very slowly. Stay at their back. Don't overtake a bicycle person, because if you hit them, you will be in soup. You don't want all that stress. There's really nothing weird or scary about driving. Driving is one important skill that everyone should have, and I wish I learnt mine earlier. My life would have been a lot easier. So this is me telling you, you can do it. Just study. Like I said, be consistent. Do it every day. So this will be the end of today's video, and to also tell you to share this video with your friends that will need this video, or rather the advice I gave on this video. If it's not useful for you, it is definitely useful to someone that lives in Italy that do not have a driver's license and wants to have a driver's license. My channel is about translating the grammatical words in Patente B to English to make it easier for you. Okay, so have a nice one, have a nice day, and enjoy. Bye.